What if I told you that one of Africa's most elusive nocturnal hunters is disappearing? Not because of poachers or predators, but because the very soundscape of the forest is falling silent? Picture this. Deep in the African night, under a canopy so thick it blots out the stars, a soft, melodic call echoes through the trees. It's the African wood owl, a master of camouflage, with dark eyes that see what we cannot, and wings so silent they seem to slice through silence itself. For generations, this bird has been the voice of the woodland, a ghostly presence in the dark. But today, that voice is growing fainter. Not because the owl is being hunted, but because its home is being erased, tree by tree. The story of the African wood owl isn't just about one species. It's about an entire ecosystem unraveling from the roots up. To understand why this owl is vanishing, you first need to grasp how deeply connected it is to its forest home. Unlike other owls that might adapt to city parks or farmlands, the African wood owl is a specialist. It needs mature, native woodland, the kind with tall trees, dense canopy cover, and a rich understory. These forests provide everything: nesting hollows in old trunks, perches for hunting, and cover from larger predators. More importantly, they're filled with the owl's preferred prey, insects, small rodents, and frogs that thrive in that specific microclimate. But over the last half-century, something shifted. Africa's forests began to shrink at an alarming rate. Logging, agriculture, charcoal production, and urban expansion have cleared millions of hectares. What was once a continuous green tapestry is now a patchwork of isolated fragments. And in those fragments, the African wood owl is struggling to survive. Let's look closer at what's really happening, not just above the ground, but beneath the surface of this crisis. The first challenge is nesting. African wood owls don't build nests. They rely on natural cavities in old trees. But when forests are logged, the oldest trees are usually the first to go. Younger trees don't have those hollows. Without them, the owls can't raise their young. In some regions, researchers have found pairs returning to the same grove year after year, only to find their nesting tree gone, replaced by a field or a road. They're loyal to a home that no longer exists. Then there's the issue of food. These owls hunt by listening. Their facial discs funnel sound toward their ears with astonishing precision. They can pinpoint a mouse rustling in leaf litter from 50 feet away. But when forests are fragmented, the delicate soundscape changes. Noise from nearby roads or settlements masks the subtle cues they depend on. Prey populations also drop when their habitats are disturbed. An owl might spend more energy hunting and come back with less, a dangerous equation when you're raising chicks. But perhaps the most overlooked impact is social. African wood owls are territorial. They use their calls to communicate with mates and warn off rivals. In a healthy forest, their hoots carry for miles. But in a fragmented landscape, those calls don't travel as far. Isolated owls struggle to find mates. Genetic diversity drops. Inbreeding becomes a quiet threat. It's a slow, silent erosion of a population, not with a bang, but with a whisper. Now, you might wonder, can't they just move to another forest? In theory, yes. But in practice, it's rarely that simple. These owls are reluctant to cross open areas. A field or a road might as well be an ocean. Even if they attempt it, they're exposed to predators like eagles or hawks. Many don't make it. The forests that remain are becoming islands, and not all islands are habitable. But here's where the story takes a turn. Because in the midst of this crisis, a quiet movement is growing. Conservationists, local communities, and even some governments are starting to fight back. Reforestation projects are planting native trees specifically chosen to attract wildlife. Artificial nest boxes are being installed in areas where old trees are gone, and surprisingly, the owls are using them. In Kenya and Tanzania, community-led patrols are protecting woodland corridors, strips of forest that allow animals to move safely between reserves. Scientists are also using bioacoustics, recording devices placed in the forest, to monitor owl populations without disturbing them. By analyzing their calls, they can estimate how many are left, where they're thriving, and where they're fading. This data is shaping smarter conservation strategies, and it's working. In places like the Kakamega forest in Kenya, the African wood owl is holding on, a testament to what happens when effort meets empathy. But these are small victories in a much larger war. Deforestation hasn't stopped. Climate change is adding new pressures. The future of this species is still uncertain. What's clear, though, is that the fate of the African wood owl is tied to the fate of the forest itself. When we save the trees, we save the soundscape. When we protect the ecosystem, we protect the hunter that glides through it unseen. This isn't just about preserving a bird, it's about preserving a piece of Africa's wild soul. The African wood owl may never be as famous as the elephant or the lion, but its disappearance would leave a hole in the night, a silence where there once was song. And in that silence, we'd be reminded of what we've lost. Which overlooked species do you think deserves more attention? Share your choice in the comments. It could be the focus of our next video. And if you believe in protecting the wild, subscribe to Rare Species for more stories of the forgotten and the fragile.